Mountains to all the Mesilla Valley, reaching all of New Mexico. Broadcasting live from the Las Cruces studios, bringing you the issues that matter and the topics that count. Telling it like it is. It's the Mike Tellez Show. And now here's your host, Mike Tellez.
Hi, how you doing today? My name is Mike Tellez. Thank you for joining us, Mike Tellez Show. We're coming to you live from the fabulous Las Cruces studios on the Las Cruces Channel Network in beautiful downtown Las Cruces. I'd like to talk a few seconds about our sponsor, 3A Research. I've spoke about it for a couple weeks now, and 3A Research is a clinical trials company from El Paso, and it has expanded its trial to Las Cruces, and it's now conducting some studies here. And today they're offering an 8-week study on plaque psoriasis using board-certified doctors. If you're experiencing any of the problems with plaque psoriasis, which could, dry, flaky, thin skin, they are right now offering, if you sign up now, they're offering $225 to complete only 3 visits. If you feel like you're suffering from this, give them a call at 575-288-1646. Tell them you heard this on the Mike Tellez Show. Don't forget to call. Call today at 575-288-1646. I'm going to tell you what. You cannot earn a better $225. My goodness, you have flaky skin, you have problems with it. If you're like my wife, she is in those trials right now, and she feels very good about the results. In fact, she's excited. A little patch of dry skin on her hand, and it drives her crazy. I'm telling you, and she went in, she's tried it. She goes to the study, goes and reports in, and she's excited because she's starting to see it go away. Now, I don't know this controls it. I don't know what the deal on it is, but it's making a difference on her today. Not to mention she's going to get a check at the end of this survey, and she is not sharing 1 cent with me. Even though I'm the one who led her there, she's not sharing. So call today. Hey, this is some easy money right here. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk about a subject that it's almost swept under the rug. I mean, it is here and it's amongst us, the homeless problem in Las Cruces. If you live in the part of Las Cruces I live in, which is the old Las Cruces with the old streets and all that, you might be driving and you might see pictures of people pushing shopping carts, sleeping in shopping carts, sleeping on the side of the road, or you might even see an abandoned shopping cart full of stuff with nobody there. You'll see sleeping bags, you'll see trash bags full of stuff on the side of the road, and you ask, what is that? What's going on here? Why do we have so much of that around us? If I only saw that in a few sparse places, you know what I'd say? Well, you know what? Maybe we can go up there and maybe help that person figure something out, but I'm seeing that everywhere. There's hardly a place you can go on Valley Drive area that you will not see the El Paseo, Valley Drive. You see those shopping carts full of stuff. You see sleeping bags all over the place. You know what? I don't know how they do it, but I even see them sleeping inside the shopping cart. They fill it up. They lay on top. This gentleman right here, believe it or not, he's sound asleep. Can you imagine sleeping like that? That is just incredible. We have a hard time sleeping if our mattress isn't good, much less than a shopping cart. Now, you can't help but to feel bad for these people. But I'm going to tell you something. We've got the Gospel Rescue Mission. It offers the breakfast and dinner. We have the soup kitchen over there at the Community of Hope that feeds you lunch. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All they need to do is go over there, and that would explain why there's so many around that particular area. We also have Tent City. We have facilities that are trying to accommodate these homeless people. And like anything else in life, there are rules to them. And, if the mission, they have rules. But if you go over there, they have a bed, you got a place to sleep. The only rule is you got to get up at a certain time and go out and come back at a certain time. We have Tent City. They give you a tent, they give you a sleeping bag. You know, it doesn't cost no money, it's free. We have people who would do anything to help them. We have, people donate. This is the most giving town in America right here. But I'm going to tell you something. We donate them all these brand new sleeping bags and some really nice camping gear. I see it. I see it on the side of the road abandoned. I am so tempted to go get those sleeping bags and wash them and use them. My goodness, the equipment that is donated to these people, it is nice stuff. I'd say 90% of it is brand new. And I'll see it abandoned on the side of the road. I'll see them staying at a place for a while. You know, I feel for the businesses that they decide to camp out behind. They'll camp out behind a business. They'll be at the back door. They'll be at the dumpster area. And they will leave all that stuff. They'll leave everything all sitting right there where they found it. You know, it doesn't look good at all. You drive through our city and that's what you see. What are you going to think of our city? It trashes out our city. It looks bad. It looks horrible. You go into a convenience store, and how safe are you going to feel when you go to that convenience store and there's 2 or 3 people right there around it, sleeping there, right there? You don't know what to do. Should I help them? What do I give them? Do I give them food? You wouldn't believe how much food I see right next to them. Canned food, different sandwiches, different stuff. People just trying to help them, trying to give them something. They don't know what to do. And it's hard to figure out what to do. But Casa Pellegrinos, they can go there every day and they'll give them lunch. Go to the soup kitchen, they'll feed them. You know, I do not believe by what I have seen, and I have studied this for a year now. I've looked, what do they need? I've looked at it. The resources available to them are unbelievable. There's a lot of resources available to them if they make the effort to go and get it. I want to know, why are they here? Look at Los Angeles. There is not a day of the week we can't turn that television set on and see. You know that I love California. That used to be my dream state. I looked forward to going to California more than anything. All year long, I would look forward to going to L.A. I'm going to tell you what. They have absolutely taken over some of the most beautiful parts. Sunset Boulevard, man, I used to love going down there. It is just packed with tents, with people living all up and down that street. Hollywood Boulevard, they're everywhere. You go up to the parks. You go up to some of the places you drive to visit and see. They're everywhere. And I'm telling you, you look at them and say, how does that happen? How? How did that happen? What happened? And, I came from poor upbringing. We didn't have much. There were 6 of us in the house. Both parents had to work. But you know what? As soon as we were old enough to start spending, I'll tell you what, my mother put us to work and had us doing something. Back then, the labor laws weren't so stringent, so we could work at 12, 13 years old. We didn't have to be 15 to work, but we'd start working. And you know what? If we couldn't get a job at a business, we'd start going and mowing lawns, cleaning yards, cutting weeds. We would find somehow to survive. And the veterans, if there are veterans out there, shame on us. We need to get those veterans out there and get them the proper help they need. The veterans have a reason for being out there. There may be people with mental health issues. We don't know. And I'm going to tell you something. It makes it very hard to approach them if we don't have a clue what's going on with them. Do they have a mental health issue? Are they out of their mind? What's the deal? Are they going to attack us? We don't know. And you know what? Nobody knows. And it's hard to feel safe when you go to a convenience store with your kids and your children and you see them everywhere because, hey, let's face it, we do not live in a world that's real safe anymore. We got to watch what's going on. Crazy things are happening. Our kids are getting abducted. We're getting assaulted. So we don't know what to do. So who pays? Whoever owns that business right there. That's who pays the price. On Amador, there used to be Horse and Hound. There used to be several businesses right there. If you go down that street today, you don't see, they're all gone. They've left. And these people, and I'm not knocking them, I'm not bashing them, I'm just saying that the condition, the way they're living, where they're at, it's hard on a business. It's hard on any business. And it's hard to say no to them and hard to turn them away because what do you do? This particular picture here, are you going to go to that business right there? Are you going to go there? Are you going to feel okay? How are you going to feel when you go there and see this gentleman right there? You don't have an idea, you don't have a clue who he is, what's wrong with him, nothing. All you know is there's a person right there. What are you going to tell your kids when they say, Mom, why is that guy sleeping in that shopping cart right there? What's wrong with him? Can we help him? What is the deal? What do you tell them? Say, well, you know what? We give to the mission, we give to Tent City, and I don't know what else we can do. Well, that's not good enough. We need, in the weeks to come, we're going to do a series on this, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to go out into the streets, and we're going to ask them a few questions. We're going to ask them, what are you looking for? What are you out here for? What are you looking for? Where are you from? That's one of my biggest questions. Where are you from? Are you from Las Cruces, New Mexico? If you are, where are you from here? Where's your family? Is your family helping you? What can we do to help you reunite with your family? Is there something we could do? Can we talk to them? Can we help you? How can we get you back home again in a living condition that's suitable for them? We'll get a ticket if we allow our animals to live like that. So, we got to ask ourselves, where are these people? Where are you from? When we come back, we're going to go a little bit more into this, and we're going to kind of go over what we're going to try to find out in weeks to come on the homeless population and why they're here and what they're looking for. Join us on the Mike Tellez Show when we return.
Do you suffer from rashes, dryness, flakiness, and thickness to the skin? 3A Research is conducting a trial of an investigational drug on plaque psoriasis. Subjects must be 18 years of age or older. This is an 8-week study. We will compensate you for your time and travel up to $225.
Enrolling participants now in Las Cruces. Contact our office at 575-288-1646 or visit our Facebook page at 3A Research or our website 3asites.com.
If your loved one has passed away due to COVID-19, pay close attention to this message. You could be entitled to a death benefit of over $300,000. The U.S. government has set up a fund to pay families relief if they've lost a loved one due to COVID-19. The compensation includes a death benefit and lost wages benefit. Time is limited, so we urge you to make a free phone call right now. There's no cost to you for this claim. That's 866-372-3669.
Do you suffer from rashes, dryness, flakiness, and thickness to the skin? 3A Research is conducting a trial of an investigational drug on plaque psoriasis. Subjects must be 18 years of age or older. This is an 8-week study. We will compensate you for your time and travel up to $225. Contact our office at 575-288-1646.
Call our offices today for more information. Serving El Paso and now open in Las Cruces. I hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Ray Bamberg with Here on Earth. I would like to invite you for a free hearing evaluation to our office. We've been here in southern New Mexico for 34 years helping people hear better.
to the Mike Tellez Show. My name is Mike Tellez, and we are coming from the fabulous Las Cruces studios live in beautiful downtown Las Cruces. We're talking about the homeless population, and it's an uncomfortable subject for people to hear. You know what? They'll probably, there might be comments that, Mike, you're too harsh on them. Mike, you should have more compassion. We thought you were a good person. You know what? It's not about being compassionate. It's not being a good person. I'd love to help them. But you know what? I'd love to help someone who wants help and is willing to help themselves. One of the questions we're going to ask is, where are you from? Where are you from? And then, why'd you come to Las Cruces? I mean, could you imagine being in, North Carolina and then coming to Las Cruces? Being in California, I can understand why they'd come here anywhere but that, because that is a mess. But where are you from? Where are you from, and what brought you to Las Cruces? How'd you even hear about us? Maybe they heard about us in the magazine where we were listed as the best place in America to retire. And maybe that is what they did. They chose the best place in America to retire. Come to Las Cruces. They're coming down here to retire and get what they can from the mission and from Tent City and Casa Pellegrinos, and maybe this is their retirement. I don't know what it is, but you know what? We are definitely going to ask them, what brought you to our city? Then another huge question. What are your plans? What do you plan on doing? What do you plan on doing? Isn't that something we hear when we're growing up all the time? Our parents will ask us, what are your plans? What are your plans for your life? What are your plans when you start edging up past 18? That starts becoming a very regular question at home. And, Mama didn't give us very many chances to answer that. She said, whatever your plan is, you better have it pretty quick. But you know what? What is their plan? What do they plan on doing? Why are they here? If this is a retirement plan, I'm going to tell you, I would have picked a cooler place to live in summer than in Las Cruces. Maybe they go to California in summer or Florida in summer or someplace a little better in winter. I don't know what it is. I don't know what would bring them to Las Cruces, but I'd certainly like to hear. And you know what? I was told one time, I was at a dentist, and they told me, that we see a lot of the homeless people. And I said, oh, is that right? He said, yeah, we sure do. And I said, my goodness, that's amazing. So they come in here for dental. Yeah, they do. It's paid for. And we always wonder why they're here. Well, this one dentist told me, they told us that there's a sign up there that says, go to Las Cruces. They take care of homeless people. They offer Tent City accommodations for living. They really painted Las Cruces as being the safe haven for homeless people. That's what that dentist told me. I want to know, is that true? Are there signs other places? If there are, we need to put a sign up that says, this is not nearly as good as the place that you just left. We need to find, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Are you planning on getting a job? If you're looking for a job, this is a time more than ever in history. I have never seen so many help wanted signs in my life as there is right now. Right now, people are hired. You're even getting sign-on bonuses for going and applying and working. I saw one sign on a business that said, work today, get paid tomorrow. How much better is that? But you know what? There's a job out there. So if you're looking for work, if you're here and you're down and out living there because you can't find a job, my goodness, scratch that off, because there are jobs everywhere in Las Cruces. Everywhere you can find a job. And you know what? You go up to Tent City, say, I might have a job if I can shower and get clothes. I guarantee you, between the Gospel Rescue Mission and Tent City, they're going to get you a shower, a haircut, and clothes to wear to go get a job. That community of hope is the most accommodating place there is. They'll help you, but you need to want to help yourself. Now we need to ask, are we enabling them by giving them money? You know, it's hard not to give these guys money. It's very, you know, I'm guilty of it. It's hard. And I don't know what they're going to go buy. And you know what? I feel that, you know, I'm giving them money just because I feel bad about their situation. But you know what? That's probably not helping them a bit. We cannot enable these people to continue to sleep on the side of the road. And I'm going to tell you what, this boy here was sleeping in a sleeping bag. And I tell you, it had to have been 90, 92 degrees outside, sleeping in the sun, on the sidewalk. I drive up there. If this guy at least has a cart. I saw one just today that was sleeping on the sidewalk. My goodness. This cannot be your plan. This cannot be it. Help us. Help us help you with the plan. And what is it? What would you like to do? Then my final question to him is, and this is it. If we could get you cleaned up and get you a ticket back home, would you go? And you know, if the answer is yes, we're going to find them a ticket, we're going to get them cleaned up, get them a lunch, send them back home. Where's your family from? If we give you a ticket and send you home, will your family help you a little bit? You know, I'm going to tell you, families are resilient. They tend to take in and help over and over and over their own. Where is your relatives at? Where can you go that there could possibly be a relative that could help get you out of these horrifying conditions you're living in? That is not a good condition. Not good at all. Now imagine maybe they have a drinking problem. Could you imagine being drunk, sleeping out on that sidewalk like that? Spice is a major problem here. And I'm going to tell you something. We need to find a way to get that spice, get it out, eradicate that sale of spice. But that could be the problem. Or it could be one of the millions that are on meth. But you know what? You got to have money to have meth. But one way or another, we're going to try to find a way to get them people back home to wherever it is they're from. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe everybody has to have someone who misses them, someone who loves them, someone who's grief-stricken because they're gone. Let's help reunite them with their family. If they want, I'll get on the phone with them right there, and I'll call their family and ask, if he comes back home, could you please help him? If you're from the Las Cruces area, we will go and we will talk to your family and we will work with you personally through the Dream Center and help reintegrate you into your family's home. Help you get whatever it is, help you with that. You know, we have Teen Challenge coming. Hopefully this summer we have Teen Challenge, and it's for now it takes adults. Teen Challenge is the old name, they just haven't changed them, but it's an adult treatment center for substance abuse, mental health. That's coming, hopefully this summer we'll have that facility open to where it can take you in. We've interviewed another ministry, Outreach in the Audio. We interviewed them. They're driving a van around asking people, do you want to get off the streets and do you want help? We're going to help them get the funding they need to get out there in larger amounts and start getting people and get them off the streets and get them in a humane environment. Because right now, it is inhumane how they're living. It's inhumane. And you can't help from feeling bad about how they're living. It breaks my heart. You know, we give them bottles of water. We'll take bottles of water around and give it to them. But you know what? You'll see 10 bottles of water that people just like ourselves. You know what? Las Cruces has a heart as big as the county. We have a heart to help people. We're going out in the streets. In the next 2 or 3 weeks, we are going into the streets and we're going to start talking to them. We're going to start interviewing them. We're going to bring you footage right here from the streets, talking to them to see what their needs are and bring the real reason they're here and what their plans are. You know what? I know a lot of you want to know what is the problem and why they're out there. You want to know, but how can you ask? Well, you know what? We're going to do the asking for you. We're going out in the streets, and we're going to find that out, and we're going to bring it to you right here on the Mike Tellez Show. Make sure you join us for the next 2 weeks for this homeless series, because we're going to bring you some heartbreaking, we're going to bring you the truth. We're going to bring the truth of what is really the problem out there. Now, to some much softer information here. You know, every week, starting this week, we're going to have the business of the week, what I call my heroes of the week. This week's business of the week: City Barber, located on 1201 North Main. They've been in business since 1958. A true homegrown business. They got a 5-star rating. You know, Stephen, well, that's Stephen right there. He's been there cutting hair for 34 years. Zach has been there for 17 years. I don't know, that might be Zach in that mural right there. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask him next time. But I will tell you one thing. The only concern I have about City Barber is they are diehard Cubs fans and not Yankee fans. That's the only complaint I have about them. If they could become Yankee fans, then they're all the way. But they've been cutting my hair for the last 15 years. You know, I can go walk in there, sit down at the chair. They don't have to ask me I don't have to answer anything. I just sit down, they cut my hair. They're friendly. They're a good staff. I'm going to tell you, I love those guys. I can't imagine anyone else cutting my hair. I'd be scared to get anyone else to cut my hair but City Barber. You know why? Because they know who I am. They treat me like family. They know my name. They greet me. It's a great place. And they are my business heroes of the week on the Mike Tellez Show. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. And I'd like to thank God in Jesus' name for our city, for our country. And I pray for the United States of America. Thank you very much for joining me on the Mike Tellez Show. My name is Mike Tellez.